Okay, what's up guys? I'm Dom.
I'm Sammy.
So today we are going to be filming a Q&A, and we did like a poll on Instagram, told you guys to ask us a bunch of questions, but I kind of wanted to get into some background before we get into it, just in case you guys don't know me. So we're dating. I moved here to Texas in October from California. So we currently live in Dallas. Yeah, our channel is mainly like home, vlogs, and some fashion, just depending. But yeah, so without further ado, we're gonna get into these questions that you guys asked.
Okay, I think we'll start out with like less deep ones and then we can get into the deep stuff. Because I know when I watch these videos, I don't like to see
The deep stuff first.
deep stuff first.
Well, then should I answer this one? I have one. It says, what inspired your home decor or what made you pick those items? So
A lot of our home decor is pieces from our old apartments.
not all of it though.
Not a lot, but that's like the core stuff that we started with.
Yeah.
So we had like a color palette that we wanted to stick to because we're both very minimal. We're both inspired by like
Grays,
whites, greens,
browns.
natural wood colors. So
Yeah.
we get a lot of inspiration from the minimal aspect, but we both like have our own styles that we like.
Yeah, and we're definitely inspired by like Magnolia and like stuff that we see. Like even before we moved in together, we had a whole Pinterest board about how we want to.
Oh yeah, Pinterest is really helpful.
Yeah, and then it helps you like find your style because you like all these things and you don't even realize that they're all the same style. So yeah, and then it just kind of, we literally had nothing. I mean, we had some stuff, but we didn't have like any of the decor that we have now. Harley.
We just slowly collected. Like we will get an idea of what we want before we go shopping and stuff at like Marshall's, Home Goods.
Yeah, and we have like lists of like.
We love thrifting.
Love
obviously.
thrifting. Yeah, that's mainly where we get a lot of our stuff besides Marshalls and stuff. But
I always just say our like style is kind of random, but it works.
but like for placing things, like I don't know, we don't really have like a specific place where things like go. Like we just kind of like test things out. Like we always put things up, and if it doesn't look good, then we'll just take it down. Or if it didn't look like how we thought it was gonna look in our head, then we just change it or put it somewhere else. And we honestly move a lot of things all the time just because if we get a new piece and we want to put that piece there, I don't know, we just move it all the time. It just depends on the day or what we have. But yeah, it's just all based on your style. We find a lot of inspiration through Pinterest and even Instagram. So
Harley, no.
hey, no.
No.
But yeah, next question.
How did you come up with Harley's name? So,
We had Harley's name before we even had Harley.
and Dominic has a large collection of Harley Davidson,
Yeah.
and I didn't have that much stuff.
You had
but
some.
I had a couple, but we both just like Harley Davidson, so we're like, okay, well let's name him Harley. So
Yeah, and
that's
it like
really
fit.
there's nothing much to it.
Yeah, and it just, yeah, I don't know. It was just easy, and we didn't really have to think about it that hard. And it's cute.
It's cute.
Yeah, I don't know, I just liked it.
Oh, here's another Harley question. Why did you decide to get a dog?
Well, okay, I always wanted a dog. It's just like back home I never got one just because I was always working, and it was just like me, like I would have to be the only one like to take care of it. So before I moved here, I told Sammy like one of the things that I required before I moved here was that I wanted to get a dog, and he was like, okay, duh. So then, yeah, it was kind of like we waited like not even half of a month because I moved here in October and we got him in like the end of October.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, we were just online looking, and then we found him on the adoption agency's website, and then we emailed the lady, and yeah, he was like so cute. So they had sent us like another dog as well as Harley just to like look at and see if we like that one instead. But like as soon as we picked up Harley, like we literally knew like that was the one. Good doggy.
What's your favorite spot in Dallas?
Like foods, we could do all types of spots. Like food spot. We have a lot of food spots though.
Yeah.
Depends on the food.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that we eat at the most is like E-Bar.
Yeah, we really like this place called E-Bar.
It's really good Mexican food. Like, no.
It's Tex-Mex.
Yeah, it's Tex-Mex and they have really good margaritas. They have really good chips and salsa.
And they do this thing where you get your own salsa bowl.
And that's very important to me.
Love that.
But like for shopping, we like okay, thrift stores. If you're looking for a thrift store, Garland Road Thrift is the best one.
Best one.
Like literally in fire.
All the
but, like,
family thrifts are good.
yeah, like the big family thrifts are really good.
Goodwills here are very hit or miss. I would really, honestly, I would stay away from them.
Yeah.
Not to shade Goodwill,
but
they're really not
that,
the best, and
yeah.
that's my opinion.
What else do we do here?
I mean, we like Urban Outfitters, obviously, but we haven't shopped there since
In like
December.
months, yeah.
Because we told ourselves we weren't gonna do like fast fashion or whatever unless it was
Yeah.
from a thrift store.
Yeah.
So we've really been trying to thrift, which I think we do a really good job of. I don't think I remember the last time I bought something new.
Oh my god, that answers like the other question. What's your favorite thing to do together? Probably thrift.
Yeah.
Or eat. We eat
Thrift
a lot
or eat.
together.
I think just like,
Sometimes I just like doing nothing too.
Yeah.
Like when we just sit there and do nothing
or
together.
go to the movies.
Oh yeah, we do like
Alamo
movie
Draft
movies.
House is fun.
Yeah, the movie theaters here, they serve food and like beer and stuff, so it's like a restaurant and a movie in one. So we like doing that.
We also like doing like photo shoots or like of each
Like,
other.
taking photos of each other.
Just getting dressed nice for no
Mhm.
reason.
Like yeah, like now we're literally not leaving our house and we all dressed up. But yeah.
If you had to pick one outfit for the rest of your lifetime, what would that be? I'm sorry, I can't choose anything.
Literally, I do this every
I
day.
would literally just say a hoodie, sweatpants, and
Yeah.
my favorite shoes,
Yeah.
which is probably Air Force Ones,
Yeah.
just because it's so comfy. Athleisure is so cool.
You wear jeans and a sweater like every day.
Yeah.
Just like different.
I just
sweaters
like
and
jeans,
different jeans.
black jeans,
Yeah.
but
I always wear jeans, like a t-shirt and a blazer. Like that's always my go-to, and like sneakers or Docs. Like
Ooh, Doc
literally,
Martens.
yeah, that's like what I wear pretty much every day.
I'm just all about cozy vibes.
Yeah.
But I think something I've learned from him, it's like, it's okay to be out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And the thing where I find with him the most, it's like, you think it's gonna look weird, but it's actually like, it looks good.
Yeah, because on the hanger, it's gonna look like not cute, but then you put it on and like it literally changes the whole vision.
I'm gonna miss fall and winter though, because I love sweaters.
Yeah, I feel like my summer outfits are like a lot more basic because they're just like t-shirts
It's too
and
hot.
shorts.
It's too hot to be doing the most.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna be wearing jeans at
Okay.
all. How did you meet?
How did you meet?
Yikes. We met on this app called Twitter.
Twitter.
I had posted a photo and Sammy liked my photo and I didn't really pay it any mind really.
But you liked my photos too.
No, not at that time. So after he liked my photo and realized that I wasn't
you
paying
blew
him
me
any
up.
attention. No, you blew me up. So then he started liking all my other photos and I was like, okay, like he wants attention. So then I did the same to him and then nothing happened. And then I was like, wait, this seems like too good to be true. So then I went on his Instagram to see if he was like actually a real person.
Yeah, because he thought I was a catfish.
Yeah, so then I went on his Instagram and then I was like, okay, he's a real person. And then I seen his location, I was like, of course he was in Dallas, like that's so far. So then I was like, okay, I'll follow him and then if he follows me, I'll DM him. And then so I followed him and like literally 2 minutes later he followed me back. And then I DM'd him and then
I took a
literally
whole
he did not
hour to
respond for a
respond.
whole hour.
It's because I didn't see the message and I didn't follow him yet, so it didn't go through. I don't know. But anyways, we met because I'm an internet stalker and I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but and then like after that we just started DMing, and then we started snapping, and then we started FaceTiming, texting.
and I don't FaceTime people. I just don't. I don't FaceTime my parents.
I actually
don't
love
my
FaceTime.
friends. But
FaceTime is like my favorite thing to do. I feel like it's more. I like it better than texting. Like I would rather FaceTime somebody than text them.
no.
Yeah, that's just me.
But yeah, we just kept, conversations going, and like we were just both genuinely interested in each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like it wasn't just like random stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't like what are you doing every 5 minutes.
It was
I feel like that's
deep
like
stuff.
Yeah.
Where do you guys see yourselves in 5 to 10 years?
We already made like a 5 to 10 year.
Yes, we did.
What is it, like a vision board? Kind of like a vision
Life
board, but
plan.
like life plan, yeah.
Can
Just
I
to
find
like,
my old journal.
just to like, set some goals for us about like what we wanted and what we wanted to do. So we did it like a year, 5 years, and 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, what was it, 5 years or 10 years? 5 to 10 years. 5 years, I definitely want to own a house. I'm gonna be 26, you're gonna be 27. I don't know, that's kind of far, but I would say in 5 years, I would want to have a car, a new car. I would want to own a house. Or like be in the process of owning a house.
Mm-hmm.
Or in 10 years, I want to have a kid. I want 2 kids. We want to own our own business. I want to, in 10 years.
I don't want to be working for other people.
Yeah, that's like our
5 to
biggest
10
goal.
years, we want to have our own business,
Yeah.
and that is very
Important.
we have a lot of dreams,
Yeah.
and I feel like that is one of the things that
Yeah.
we have both always wanted, just because we're both creative people.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just really hard
Yeah.
to be creative
Yeah.
and not have any options.
It's so hard to like be like where or try to figure out what you want in 5 years because you don't even know what's gonna be like the
Financially.
world. Yeah, like what is the world gonna be in 5 years? Like what is gonna be? You don't even know. Like you can't predict.
You
the
don't
future.
know, but you can dream and you can.
Yeah, and I just try
plan.
to make like my goals like very like general, just so it doesn't. I don't get upset if I don't reach that specific goal. Like I don't like to make my goals too specific. Like I could be like, oh, I
And
want
he's
to
a planner. I'm very go with the flow. Whatever
Yeah.
you want to do, it's what I want to do.
Yeah,
Because
and I don't want
I'm
my goals to be
here.
like too materialistic. Like, oh, I want a nice car. I want a big house. Like,
no, but those
I
are
just-
things that like
Yeah,
would be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, this one's good. Your favorite memory with each other. So my favorite memory,
Oh my
I bring this up a
all
lot.
the time.
It's so obviously we met on the internet, and we were states apart.
Yeah.
So clearly, if anyone knows me out there, I need to see you. Period. So
What is he doing?
he had been joking, like, LOL, what if you came to California, LOL, and I didn't want him to come here, because, like, there's nothing really, like, when I see Texas, I'm like, ew, boring, and, like, I had been dying to, like, leave Texas, like, I wanted to go somewhere. He popped up in the best time in life, just because I needed to get out, I needed to see the world some more, so I flew to California, and we had only been talking for like less than a month, almost a month.
Yeah, it was
And
fun.
it was the weekend of my birthday. So
Oh my god, he's gonna start crying.
I went to go see some guy that I barely knew, but I trusted him so much. And I think one of my favorite memories from that whole weekend is when we went to Capitola Beach. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
In Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
In Santa Cruz. I don't know California that well, but it's somewhere over there. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was like cloudy / sunny, but mostly sunny.
Yeah, it was like gray when we
It
got
wasn't
there.
that hot.
Yeah, I know.
And it was just a beautiful day. We hung out the whole day.
Yeah.
On the beach. We drank, ate, just had a lot of fun and his friends were there too. But there were moments where we really just got to get to know each other. So that's why it's one of my favorite moments, because like when you're talking to someone online for so long, all you really want is to be with them. Like you want to get to know them, and that's the whole reason I went there. So I feel like that's one of the moments where we like finally connected.
Yeah.
So, and it was just so fun. Like I just love the beach.
Yeah.
Love it so much.
I think my favorite memory was probably like when I first came here, when I first came to Dallas, because I feel like he always, like his favorite memory is him going to California, because like that's when you really get to know the person that you're dating or you're talking to, because like you're in their space and you're around the people that they see every day, and like so you just kind of get a better understanding of who they are. But when I came to Dallas, it was like I met his mom, I met all of his friends, and then I went to Waco, which is where Magnolia is, and like that's my favorite place. So it was like my favorite place with my favorite person, and then like all these great things were happening. And honestly, like I just wanted to get out too. Like I've never been to Texas. Like even if he didn't think it was great, like I always found like I loved it. Like obviously that's why I moved here. But yeah, I was just so over like my regular everyday life, like go to work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and like literally just do the same thing all the time. Like it was nice to get out. And I just think like it was just so nice. Like we got all dressed up to go to Magnolia, and it was like so hot. Like
oh god,
it was like 105 degrees, and I was wearing like leather pants, and he was like wearing a button up and pants. And it was so hot, but we just had so much fun, and like we went thrifting and we went shopping, and it was just so nice. And I met his mom for the first time, so that was very important. But yeah.
hardly.
Oh, hardly.
But also with that question, it's very hard, like because
we have like
we
a
make
lot of
memories
like,
every day.
every day, yeah.
But,
Yeah, like and then like I remember when we came back to Dallas, and we were just driving around looking at all those big houses, and then we went to the lake. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good memory too. No, don't shoot that. But yeah, there's just like that is like a very general question, but I think we both know.
But I think with that question too, both of our answers are very similar, because those times that we spent together, we had waited so long for. So it was like
we would go like
everything that we
each other
dreamed and wanted became true.
Yeah.
So that sounds really cheesy, but when you care about and love someone so much, like you really cherish those moments, because we weren't living together yet.
Yeah.
So
because like when you go like
hard.
3 months without seeing each other, and then you see each other for like 4 days, those 4 days are important.
Yeah. Favorite qualities of one another.
Oh my god. I always say that he always thinks like I'm embarrassed that like he's like super, which sometimes when we're in public it is like a little cringe because people are looking, but I love that he's like so goofy and weird, because I'm like not like that, especially out in public. I mean not out in public I'm not. Like he always like cracks me out of my show, and like because I'm always so stiff and always so like put together, and I have like just in case anybody's like watching me, or I always like to be on my best, and he just like does not care. Like he will say weird stuff, do weird stuff out in public, and then it's just funny and it makes me laugh. So I think his goofiness is like my favorite.
Qualities. You don't have another one?
Oh, qualities?
Only one.
No, I would say your goofiness. He's very loyal. Like he's very loyal to the people in his life, and he is very caring, and emotional, which I'm also not. I'm not emotional at all. I don't really cry that much, and he cries over literally everything. We were watching TV the other day, and he cried over a commercial about, remember that that guy that got life prison sentencing, and he didn't do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he cried over that commercial. But yeah, so I would say goofiness, loyalty, because he's very loyal, and caring, and yeah, your emotion.
Okay. I think one of my favorite things about Dominic is like he's always who he is in a room. He doesn't care who's around or anything. He holds himself to a great standard, which is like really important, because I think with me, I find a lot of insecurities in myself and like worrying about what people think all the time, and he finds a way to get past that, which is really awesome. Like, I feel like a lot of people struggle their whole lives being comfortable with who they are in a room, and he is not afraid to be himself. Not to say that he's not scared or fearful sometimes, because everybody is.
Yeah.
But I just think he pushes past that, which is, he's just
Or
very
make
confident.
it look that way.
He just has a lot of confidence, and it exudes, and you can see it on him. Another one of the things I like of him is his like strong exterior, but like mushy interior. So like he doesn't let a lot of people know that he actually is very emotional. He does let, like, some things really do get to him, but he's not gonna let you know that, which is awesome, because I think for me, I am a strong person, but I let things get to me way easier than he does. He just brushes it off, and he's just strong, and he's able to, you know, go throughout his day without letting.
Life's too short to let little things bother
you. He's just also very passionate and creative, and I mean that in not like in a general sense, but like he moved here in October and had a job the next week. So. Who can, like, a lot of people move to new cities.
A lot of people will be scared,
a lot of people move to new cities, and, like, for months they don't have a job yet.
Yeah.
He went out and got one so fast because he found something he wanted to do. He walked in there and said, I want to work here.
Yeah, they weren't even hiring.
So, they weren't even hiring. So, he is just very goal-driven, very passionate, has a lot of self-assurance that is it's just very attractive and very, like, inspiring, because I get inspired by him a lot because of that. And from his passion, he has a huge passion for styling, fashion, you know, just overall, like,
and now
that world. And I feel like it really rubs off on people because not only me, but he inspires the people that follow him, his friends, everything. I mean, he really makes people feel good about themselves, which is another thing I like about him. He's never one to make someone feel less than in a room. He's always there to make sure everyone around him is having a good time, regardless if he knows you or not. Which that is very important to me too, because he moved here and like he just had to really like be surrounded by people I knew, but he never made people feel inferior, which is really awesome, because I think a lot of people aren't able to do that.
Yeah, and I wasn't always like that either, because I feel like in high school and even like the beginning of college, when I went to college, I feel like I was not like that. You have to really, I feel like I went through a lot of things in order to humble myself and be the person that I am today. So it's not like I was just born this person. Like, you have to go through things.
Oh yeah.
And like go through all these experiences in order to, you know, become the person that you're supposed to be. Because I mean, if I was the person that I used to be, I feel like I wouldn't even be in the places that I am today.
Well, that's true with anything.
But I mean, it's not like, and like back to the insecurity thing, I mean, it's not like I don't have insecurities. It's just like, there's a time and a place. I don't want, like if I'm in a situation, especially now, like I'm surrounded by people who I have to constantly make a good impression on. And so I feel like it's always nice that, you know, I have to be on my toes. Like when we went to that event, like you have to always be on your toes because you don't know any of those people. So it's kind of how I treat like everyday life. Like you don't know anyone, like you don't know what they can bring to your life. You don't know who they are. Like you don't know anything about them. They can change your whole life. And
yeah, but I think you can get past that stage. A lot of people like me, social
it's
anxiety,
just, like, nervous,
I can get past my head. Like, oh my god, what if I smell? What if they don't like me? What did I say? Like,
yeah, all those things are going on in my head too. It's just you don't see it on my face.
I don't know. I think you have you're better at that.
Yeah, but it's because I got you.
What's been the most challenging but beautiful thing from your relationship?
Oh my god, he's gonna cry. I think, okay, I think this is gonna sound obviously really cheesy, but I think the distance was like the biggest thing because it was like I said, we would go months without seeing each other, and then we would have 4 days where we can hang out, like just us two. And so I think that was super important to us because I don't know, like you really like time is
hard.
so like precious. So it's important that you make the best out of those like 4 days. But I think I just knew when I first came here, I was like, yeah, I'm moving here. Like, this is what it is. Like, when he took me to the DMA for the Dior exhibit, like that was a cherry on top, basically. Like, I was like, okay, like he knows that I like fashion. He knows that I like Dior. He took me to the Dior Museum in Dallas. Like, excuse me? Like, no. But I think that is like the most challenging thing, I would say, was being 1,700 miles apart.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. And the other part of the question is the most beautiful thing. I think that, like, being apart from each other, yes, it was hard, but it was so worth it, which I think that's what makes it so beautiful. Yeah. It's because we really got to, like, you know, plan and make special moments and, like, really soak in each other's time. And I think that really taught me that this person, him, is like so important to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I'm gonna make the best out of these 4 days. Yeah.
And it also just validates your relationship. Like, I feel like a lot of people in our generation don't take like things seriously and like take these relationships that they're in seriously. And I mean, when all you have is like your phone in order to communicate to each other, like that becomes a huge thing, and you have to decide whether am I going to make the effort to be with this person, or am I just going to
let it fade
away and like not really pay much attention to it and move on with my life. So I think that when we both realized like this is something that's important to both of us, like that's when it became super real. And
yes, it was challenging, but I don't think there was ever a thought in my mind where I can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was never like, it was always like, how can we make this work, or what are we going to do to make this better, or when's the next time? Like, we weren't ever focused on the times that we weren't seeing each other. It was always like the next time we're going to see each other.
We had something to look forward to.
Yeah, like we always were counting down the days.
What's different is like we both looked for it, and we both made the effort, which I think that's what makes it so beautiful too. Yeah.
And it's always like we always knew that the distance was going to be like a temporary thing.
Yeah.
Like it was
always temporary to us. Permanent. It was never like,
yeah, like we were going to do this for like a year. Like that's not what but I mean, it was a lot because we were both working all the time. Well, I was working all the time.
I worked out a bit. I worked for 2 hours a day. So.
But like I know that money was a big thing. Like the flights that we took were like $500.
Oh,
like, yeah. That was expensive.
That put on stress on us too.
Yeah, like money, and then like so you would pay for the flight, and then you would still need money for like activities. Yeah, like the things that we wanted to do, and like go out and do all that stuff.
Logistically, that's challenging too.
Yeah, and so like that was a lot of stress, but I mean we didn't care. Like it wasn't
like we literally didn't care.
Yeah, like it was just. So I think that is the most challenging and beautiful thing.
What are your hobbies right now?
Right now, our hobbies are staying in quarantine, not leaving the house. I don't know. We don't. Right now, we've been I would say like our joint hobby is our apartment. Like that is like so. We have not been shopping for clothes at all. I can't even tell you the last piece of clothing that I bought in. Like we always are like
shop for our apartment.
Yeah, like we don't even shop for ourselves anymore. So I would say like our apartment is like our biggest hobby, and we've gotten
joy out of it.
Yeah, and it's just like it's so nice to see like things come together, and we look back and like all the photos from our like beginning of our apartment. It was so empty, and now it's like so full, and yeah. So I would say our apartment is our biggest hobby right now.
Yeah. Top 5 songs right now.
My god, that's so hard. Wait, I have to go to my. Yeah, I have to go to my.
I don't know.
Because
I don't listen to
Okay,
this kind of
so
stuff for
I
a
would
very
say
long time.
I would say top 5 songs for me. These aren't in order because I can't or do orders.
Ooh,
I would say
Sugar Remix, Brockhampton, Dua Lipa.
Okay, you go first then. Now you have to name 4.
Justin Bieber's album.
No, you have to pick one song.
Okay.
Literally, you're just gonna name all the TikTok songs.
You know.
Go.
Like That by Doja Cat and Gucci Mane. Super Lonely. That song is so good.
I'm so tired of hearing it.
Hit My Phone by Megan Thee Stallion and Kalani. I have one more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a Justin Bieber. Oh, I'm gonna do Changes by Justin Bieber.
Cute. Harley's gonna start barking. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna do Snow Child by The Weeknd off of his new album. I'm also going to do Hardest to Love by The Weeknd off of his new album. I'm gonna do Euphoria by Don Toliver, Travis Scott, Cash Page.
D-Town.
I'm gonna do D-Town. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do Captain Hook by Megan Thee Stallion. And then I'm gonna do I wanna do a Justin Bieber song, but I also wanna do a Jhené Aiko song. But I also
Olivia O'Brien.
I know you didn't pick any of hers. I'm gonna do a Justin Bieber song. I feel like my favorite one is Confirmation by Justin Bieber. And yeah, those are 5 songs I know. But honestly,
Changes every
but
day.
songs are hard because we don't listen to like songs, we listen to albums. So it's like we'll listen to the whole Justin Bieber album, and then we'll listen to the whole Megan Thee Stallion album, we'll listen to the whole like Don Toliver album, we'll listen to like
We like albums. So
yeah.
I think it's hard. And I honestly just listen to what he listens to.
But I also listen to what you listen to
Every
too.
now I just really like pop.
It just depends on who has the aux.
But I like R&B too. And I hadn't listened to it for years until he came around. So
And I don't listen.
he really really educated me on like R&B. Like I didn't know half the stuff. But okay, next question. Who said I love you first?
Billy is shady for that one. So I remember this day like super clear. So we were in my room in my old apartment in California, and I think we were watching like a movie or something. And we're just talking about like life and stuff. And so then he was like telling me about this really bad experience in his life. And so then he like started crying because he's a Cancer. So then like I mean obviously before then I had known that I loved him. But literally like it just slipped, but it didn't really slip because like I already knew. So then like when I was comforting him, I just hugged him, and then I was just like, hey, like it's fine because you know I love you. And then I just kind of like was like, oh my god, I just said that. And I was like, oh my god, like he's gonna think I'm weird. And then he just kind of like stood there, sat there and like was in like shock. And then I was like, oh, like, you know, you don't have to say it back, like if you don't want to, like it's fine, like whatever. And then he was like, no, he was like, I love you too. And then yeah, it was that was
Yeah,
it.
so basically I'm the worst.
No, it was
I just think for me, I'm never one.
but I mean,
to
okay,
do
but we
things
really
without-
both knew.
Like, we both knew that
already
we
knew.
loved each other so
Yeah.
like we wouldn't fly across the country
We wouldn't, I wouldn't
for
go
each
from my
other.
house to like a stranger.
to a stranger
Yeah.
from Twitter if we
Yeah.
didn't like obviously we loved each other.
Yeah. And,
But
like, we
it was
had
just a matter of
talked-
saying it, and that's just his
Exactly.
personality. I'm
And,
not
like,
one to jump out there and be crazy forward.
Like,
I just
I don't think they
I'm
understand like the depth of our like conversations and like calls. Like we would be on FaceTime for like 8 hours like a day.
yeah, we would fall asleep and wake up with the phone still on.
Yeah,
like
like-
to the point where the phone was on fire. So it's like, how do you
Yeah.
fathom or describe or put into words that
Yeah.
type of like connection?
Yeah.
I really don't think you can.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of who wanted to go
Yeah.
say it first. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't share half the things with him if I didn't love him.
Yeah.
Like, why would I tell you? Why was I crying? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't, like, no. We care about and love each other so much.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah. It's not about who said it first, but yes, he did say it first.
Yeah. So, somebody said, I need to know your thoughts on starting a relationship long distance. How was it for you? Like, obviously it was worth it for you, but was it really challenging? So I mean, this goes back to like the whole like, I mean, obviously it was challenging, but it's very like depending on the person. So it's all depending on you, and it's all depending on the other person, because you can be putting in like 100% effort, but if the other person is only putting in like 50, then you guys aren't going to get anywhere, because that person is slacking and then you're just doing the most. So I think it all needs to be like, you guys have to be both giving it like 100%, because then it won't work. Like, if you're never answering your phone and they're always calling you, that's never going to work, because the conversation's never going to get anywhere if you keep leaving somebody on red. It's very dependent on the person, but it is going to be challenging. Like,
it is going to be challenging, because I mean, if they live in Australia, or if they live, in England, if they live down the street,
that's like a whole different time zone.
If they live, 2 hours away,
Yeah.
if you're asking yourself, is this worth it? Maybe it isn't. Like, maybe the
Because you
distance
have to,
thing,
like,
I really
know.
don't think the distance thing should ever really matter
Yeah.
to you. And if it does, then maybe it isn't worth it.
But also, like, everyone's situation is different, because 2 years ago, we would not be able to do what we did now. Like, if we were in, like, if you were in
all a
college,
maturity
and
thing
if you-
too.
Yeah.
We met each other both in very good life stages, so we have so much in common.
Yeah.
I think that's a very important thing. You don't have to, align with them exactly. You don't have to be twins.
Yeah, you don't have to
But
have, like, the same
some commonalities are very vital, in my opinion.
Yeah, because we're both very similar, but also very different.
Yeah.
Like,
but in the best ways.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to, do you love this person? Do you see a future with them?
but also, does that person love you, and do they see a future?
yeah,
with
and
you?
if you have to ask yourself too, am I getting the same effort back? And if you're not,
then
then
that tells you right there.
leave them.
Yeah.
Go on, get out. So I think there's a lot of things that we could say, but we're not experts and by any means.
And I mean,
Perfect.
Everyone has had like a bad experience, but I don't think that you should let that determine how you're gonna how every other experience.
I think you should be very thankful for everything that's happened to you, because it leads you to a better spot.
Exactly, and I think that's what people's like biggest thing is, like, they're still stuck on that bad relationship, or somebody who did them like really bad, or like blah blah blah. I mean, we could have held grudges and we wouldn't be in the place that we are now, but you gotta get over it.
But yeah, at the end of the day, if you don't think it's worth it, then
It's probably not worth it.
it's probably not worth it.
Yeah.
But by any means, every relationship is going to be
different.
challenging. Every relationship is different. Everybody has different personalities, different ones. Different
Long
needs.
distance is just a like part of a
Part of
challenge.
it.
Yeah.
It's not. It shouldn't be the inhibitor.
And it shouldn't.
And you shouldn't
your
use it as an
relationship.
excuse either of why it's so hard.
Yeah.
Because if you love and care about someone, you're going to do everything you can to be with someone. And that's true with any relationship. If they're 2 doors down, if they're 3 hours away, or if they're 6 hours across the country, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say don't let distance be a reason why you don't pursue a relationship, because that's just
Something could come really good out of it.
yeah. And you don't know, like, you're probably like, you may be meant to be with that person, and you are just scared about distance, and you literally just change your whole life course.
And it is scary. It's scary, but I think
Once you know, you
you just
really know.
You just know.
It's just
Which sounds cheesy, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
Then it's the truth.
But yeah, and I think that was the last question too, so that was a good question to end on. But yeah, so I mean, that was all of the questions, and thank you guys so much if you guys asked us anything, and we'll probably do another one of these really soon because I really like these ones.
Yeah,
and if y'all have any other questions, not just about our lives, but any questions that you guys have and you want us to answer in your life, that would be nice. But yeah, so I think this is gonna be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and if you like us, definitely subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. All of our links will be in the description below. And yeah, feel free to watch any of our other videos. I've been uploading a lot just because quarantine. But yeah, so yeah, this is us. We just answered all your questions, and thanks so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Why are you so corny for?